WRSR, Owasso, Flint. The following program has been pre-recorded and is paid for by Discover Flint Township. The views expressed are those of Discover Flint Township and do not necessarily reflect the views of 103.9 The Fox or Krill Communications, Inc. Welcome to Discover Flint Township, a program showcasing our local community. Flint Township is ready for your next move. And now, your host, Flint Township Economic Enhancement Director, Tracy Tucker.
I'm Tracy Tucker, and this is Discover Flint Township, brought to you by Flint Township Economic Development Authorities, HAP, Financial Plus Credit Union, Shea Automotive Group, and 103.9 The Fox. Well, now we are going to go to our business spotlight, and we have a new Flint Township business, not a new business, but new to Flint Township. We have Kevin Naughton from PrintComm, and I want to welcome you not only to our township, but here to the show. So
thank you.
It's so nice to have you here in our township. When we have businesses like yours that have been around a long time and they're looking at expanding, we want them, first of all, to stay in Genesee County if we can get them. Mm-hmm. But we really want them to come Flint Township. Okay. So we were glad that you chose not only to stay in the county, but to come to our community. So let's, for listeners who don't know what PrintComm is, that's what today is all about. So people can get to know you and to get to know your business. So let's start with, how long have you been in business?
So PrintComm has been in business under like a couple different names actually since I think 1957 is what somebody told me.
Wow. I've
been with the company for a little over 39 years, which means I'm old.
I'm right there with you, brother. So, and then, well, and now you're located in the township.
Correct.
But you were in Flint. How many years were you in that location in Flint?
Yeah, so I believe Jerry Manerick, the previous owner, moved the company over onto Davison Road, just east of Dordt Highway, back in 77 or 78.
Wow.
And so we were there until the middle of May, and we just outgrew the building.
Right. And you're looking at, business is going great for you, which is an awesome thing for any of our businesses. We love it when they're doing well. But you're doing, bringing in more and more different companies all the time. And because of the work you do, you can't talk about who you're doing work for. So we understand that. A lot of it's confidential. But you do print work like direct mailings and things like that. Like right. I used to work at the Builders Association many moons ago.
Sure.
And we used to do our Housing Quarterly magazine. That was when I first originally met you.
Right.
And beautiful. You guys did a great job on those magazines. So if anybody out there has ever gotten a Housing Quarterly magazine, when we used to do those at the Builders Association of Metro Flint, they were printed by you, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. And you have, it's an awesome building that you have. Kevin took me through, and I was kind of awestruck by the number of machines there, the amount of output that you have for the printing, and you even print cookbooks.
Correct.
I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
I thought that was so cool. So what do you do? How did you get into the cookbook thing? You got to tell that story because I thought that was funny.
Well, cookbook is a small piece of our business. So for 25 years, our largest customer was a company called Premier School Agendas. Okay. And in fact, probably, I was doing some math, I think probably 6,000 or 7,000 people in Genesee County have worked for us through the years on the Premier School Agenda project.
Oh, gosh.
And that was basically a summer project. We were printing pieces for the start of the coming school year. And so Q3 was packed and we had all this equipment. It's like, okay, what do we do with it the rest of the year? So we decided to start chasing like some calendar providers and cookbook companies, and I won't give you the long story. The short story is one of the cookbook companies I called on, instead of doing business for them. We ended up buying the company. The guy was looking to exit. So that was about 6 years ago.
That is so awesome. And the cookbooks are really cool too. I went and he showed me how they did that. And when I come in and do the video, maybe we'll show a little bit of that. But I didn't expect the number of machines that you got into that space. And you're looking at possibly expanding in the near future, which is great. We love hearing that. But right now, it's hard to get. You're looking for workers too right now, right?
Yeah. So I say this thankfully. I don't want to sound arrogant. We've been very fortunate. Our company has really doubled in size in the last 5 years. Like we're up 39% over 2019. We ship somewhere between 10 and 12 million pieces of direct mail a month out of our plant.
Wow.
So this has created the need to add more equipment and also people. By latest check, I think we've got 81, 82 people working for us, and we have 9 or 10 open positions. And as I think any business owner will tell you, in August of 2021, it's not easy to find people.
Right.
But they're good paying jobs, and there's opportunities actually, for a longer term career. Yeah. So,
awesome.
Yeah, if you know somebody, send them our way.
Yeah. And we are going to, in the next couple of weeks, we are going to get a page up on the Flint Township website with links to different companies that we know are hiring, so that they can get directly with you, because this is a issue with not only your business but many other businesses that are out there. Everybody is having an issue, and everybody's looking for help. So I was looking through your website when I was thinking about prep for today. And I was looking at, you had put in there that you launched an initiative called PrintComm 6X. So why don't you tell people what that was and what that's about?
Okay, so I'll give you a little background. I'm a fan of a Christian author named Mark Batterson, and he's an advocate of dreaming big. So, I spent some time praying, hey, what could we do that would make a difference?
Sure.
And so we're in Flint, Michigan, right? And we're committed to staying in Flint, Michigan. Kind of the reason our company exists is really to try to help people. We try to help our customers, but we take a significant portion of our profits and give them to various causes, homeless folks, some orphanages overseas, some Christian ministries I support, and that sort of thing. So the 6X thing was something we conceived about a year ago. I'm 60. I turned 61 next week, and I'm going to be working a few more years. I like it. And the thought was that in 10 years, by 2030, we would be employing 6 times as many people as we did at the point we started. So at the point we started in June of 2020, we had 59 people. And when we looked at the number last month, we were at 79, so it's gone up 39% in the last year.
Awesome.
So, yeah, we just creating jobs in Flint will make a difference.
That's right.
So that's what we want to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then giving back, that's wonderful. That's part of a lot of the people that we bring in for interviews is we're talking about how you can give back to the community. Not only do we want people to discover our community and find out what's happening here, but we also want people to take pride in their community. And if you become a member of the community and you're successful, to help with the others to bring them up behind you. Right?
Yeah.
So that's always the goal. So so we got that out of the way. Now I kind of jump around, Kevin, so it's just the way I am.
You're in good company.
I can't help it. I can't help it. My husband says you're a little scattered sometimes. I'm like, well, you got to follow along the path here. It kind of veers. So we went in. You have a new building. You have several people. Do you have like a core group of people that really helped bring you along? Do your kids work for you? Is it a family business now?
Yeah, so it's becoming that way. So we have actually a lot of longer-term employees and a lot of really sharp people working for us. I don't want to bore people with like a bunch of technical jargon that they wouldn't understand, but
right.
The mailings we do are very complex. We're integrated with people's data systems, point-of-sale systems, CRM systems. And so we've got, an IT staff of 4, and the guy who manages our IT staff is a genius. And then, my ops manager, he came to us from a company, a giant print company, Quad Graphics. And then we've got some folks like myself that have kind of just come up through the ranks, been there, 25, 30, 35, even, a couple of us 40 years. So a lot of very talented people. It is not the Kevin Naughton show, and I'm just... So my sons, I have 2 sons and a daughter. My 2 sons work in the business. John, my younger son, works in IT, information technology. That's where we process data, program stuff. And then Stephen, my older son, is primarily in sales, but he's done some stuff with respect to management also.
Right.
So,
and when it comes to sales, okay, so you do the direct mailings, you'll do magazines, that kind of stuff, the cookbooks, you can print just about anything, but really you're looking at if somebody needs like large scale printing done, not just like you're not doing 10 copies for somebody.
No. So our core business is now direct mail. That's over 90% of our business, and our typical customer falls into one of 2 categories. We do work for national retailers. As you mentioned, people would recognize the names. Probably most of you have received direct mail from us and didn't know it came from us. So we get into what's called localization and personalization. So, a lot of direct mail now is very personalized. The offers vary from recipient to recipient, and like the store details and maps and stuff like that show up on the pieces are actually keyed to the consumer. So that's why we have this robust data function.
I found that extremely interesting when you were showing me that everything is data driven.
Correct.
And so when you're printing 1,000 pieces, all 1,000 pieces might be different.
Correct.
Every one of them, even though they're printing at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. That was amazing to me.
Yeah.
And that one machine you had and I was involved when when Kevin was in the build out process, or actually more when he was looking at the building and we were discussing his needs. And one of the things you needed was you had a new printer that you were bringing in that is so sensitive that you had to put, what was it, like a 4-foot deep foundation of cement.
Correct.
That was like 40 feet long or something like that. Just so that the vibrations from the road that is like 500 foot away would not affect the machine.
Correct.
And I was like, wow, that is a pretty intense machine that is that sensitive. But when I see the work you're doing and the size of the pieces that were going through that machine, I can understand now why you needed it.
Right,
so that was really cool. And so for those of you that have driven by PrintComm and wondered, what is that?
Yeah.
Now you have heard from the man himself, Mr. Naughton. Who is, are you the president, or what is your title, your actual title?
Well, that's the one on the documents. I usually tell people I'm the chief cook and bottle washer.
Exactly. But you're CEO, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mr. Naughton, as I'll call him right now.
My dad was Mr. Naughton, not Kevin.
So Kevin has come in to see us today, and we really appreciate having here. If you have any questions that you would like me to ask Kevin, or you have comments about the show today, I would like to remind our listeners that you can get a hold of us on our email at discoverflinttownship@gmail.com, or visit us on Facebook at Flint Township Events. We have a YouTube channel and a Anchor channel, and they're both Discover Flint Township. You can visit our webpage, discoverflinttownship.com or flinttownship.org. And I want to thank Kevin again for being here with me.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And thanks to our partners, HAP, Shea Automotive Group, Financial Plus Credit Union, Guaranteed Rate, and 103.9 The Facts. Discover Flint Township with us next Sunday at 7:30 a.m. right here on The Facts. And I'm Tracy Tucker, the Flint Township Economic Enhancement Director. And I would like to remind everyone, stay safe, stay healthy, shop local, buy local, and discover Flint Township. Catch you later.
This has been Discover Flint Township with Tracy Tucker. For more information, visit discoverflinttownship.com. Flint Township is ready for your next move. The preceding program was pre-recorded and was paid for by Discover Flint Township. The views expressed are those of Discover Flint Township and do not necessarily reflect the views of 103.9 The Fox or Krill Communications, Inc.